With the implementation of recent regulations on open account terms, concerns are being raised on the supply of essential imports. Therefore, we'll be discussing on central banks' commitments towards the same. CBSL reassures its commitment to ensuring the availability of foreign exchange through the banking system for importation of essential food items. The Ministry of Finance issued import control regulations on payment terms effective from 20th May by restricting the use of open account payment terms or consignment account terms. This measure complements the various other measures that are being implemented by central bank and the government in order to improve the foreign exchange liquidity conditions in the domestic banking system. It has been brought to the notice of the CBSL that concerns are being raised at various cohorts of trading community that there will be a large shortage of essential food items in the country. Against this backdrop, the CBSL would like to reassure its commitment to ensuring the availability of foreign exchange within the banking system for the importation of essential goods. Further, the CBSL would like to underscore the following with regard to arrangements that are being worked out to ensure that the restrictions imposed on payment terms would not cause shortages of essential goods, including food items, and they would not result in any hindrances to manufacturers of export of goods. CBSL in a continuous dialogue with the banking community in order to ensure the facilitation of essential goods imports. Following the restrictions imposed on payment terms and the introduction of the exchange rate determination mechanism, there has been significant moderation of activity in the grey market. This momentum is expected to continue in the period ahead, thereby speeding up the correction of the exchange rate overshoot that took place since March. CBSL has commenced negotiations with the Trade Association and other parties who are engaged in importing essential goods. Accordingly, a preliminary assessment is being carried out with the participation of Ministry of Trade, Consumer Affairs Authority, and Sri Lanka Customs in order to identify the availability of stocks of essential goods at present and the monthly requirement of the same in the ensuing period. Essential food commodities importers and trade association assured the CBSL during recent discussions that they would not resort to engage in grey market activity and extend the full cooperation. Accordingly, collective efforts would be put in place to ensure adequacy of essential food items in the period ahead, alongside the arrangements that are being made under the Indian credit line, among others. CBSL, Sri Lanka Customs, and the Ministry of Trade, along with other agencies, are taking measures to clear the imported goods that are being held at the customs. Measures are already underway to facilitate the exporters when importing raw material required for their exports and to utilize their export proceeds to make payments under open account payment terms. Further, local suppliers who supply for these exporters and receive payment in foreign currency are also allowed to make payments under open account terms. CBSL would like to humbly request the trading community and the general public to act responsibly under these challenging circumstances. Any over-importation and stockpiling of essential goods, including the food items, at the trading community level, as well as any over-purchasing of the same at the consumer level, would be undesirable given the circumstances. Given the constraint that the country is facing in the terms of availability of foreign exchange, to ensure an uninterrupted supply of essential goods, it is the duty of all stakeholders of the economy to manage the scarce foreign exchange liquidity in a calculated manner. Once the country is back on a strong footing and being able to withstand the pressures on the external front, Both the trading community and the general public would equally benefit in the period ahead. Reference for today's presentation is from Central Bank press release. Thanks for watching.